Welcome back to the AM Weekend Show. My name is Divine Onoha. I'm still here with Ogochukwu Osai. And that was such a chaotic social media trend. I always appreciate Ijoma Osai.
Yes,
that was amazing. Unfortunately, we could not extend because our very important guest for our exclusive interview was waiting and we didn't want to keep her waiting for too long. And as you know, she's the star of the day and none other than the very beautiful, I like what you're doing, the very beautiful Venetia Mmesomachi, Ohaga, a visual artist. Welcome to the show.
Welcome. Thank you.
You look really beautiful.
Thank you. You look good too. Guys, look good.
And TikTok they sent to me. Someone sent me a link. It was TikTok, and I saw her drawing on TikTok, and I was so blown away. I can't remember. I think you were painting a man. Was it a man? But it was so beautiful.
I think it's a man.
You know, I don't know, for some reason, I don't see a lot of artists.
Really?
Female artists.
Yes. Okay. There are few though.
There are few. Especially here in the East.
I've not even... I keep on meeting guys.
Are you serious?
Every time I go to art supply stores, I just meet guys and they'll be like, so you're an artist, so they're female artists. Wow, I have artists. That's what I get.
I think it's a thing where you just have more of male doing the painting and artwork than female. So what motivated you to, go into it?
Basically, growing up, I just loved drawing. Like, I was just fascinated by drawing. Literally, like, while I was in primary school, I can remember using bubble cover and ruler to try and draw a human being, head and body. Do you understand?
Yeah.
So it was, I can remember I met a guy like Daniel, when I saw he could draw, and he was in my class. I was like, wow, and his own was better than mine. I now told him to draw what he drew again. So I watched him. I went home and I replicated it. And from there, I started trying to improve. I'm just always fascinated about create. It doesn't have to be drawn. But like while growing up, I just like using paper, carton to just put things together, form something.
Well, that's beautiful. So I'm going to ask you this question that has always been on my mind. Please, let's say the truth. Okay? Let's not lie. Let's not thief.
I won't lie, I won't thief.
Okay, great. So drawing, is it a talent or is it a skill that can be learned?
Both. It's both a talent and a skill that can be learned.
Don't confuse me. Which one? See, because skill means anybody can learn it.
Yes.
So is it like that? Whether you can draw, whether you have the talent,
whether you can draw, whether you have the talent or not, you can learn how to draw. Although, if you have the talent and you are learning how to draw,
it's better.
You do very well. Do you understand me? But if you don't have the talent or you don't even have the interest and you're just learning, you won't really get it.
You don't have the talent and you want to learn. Can you learn how to draw?
Yes, you can learn how, and you do well. Yes, you can learn how to draw.
Do you have examples? Have you seen people who did that?
I have.
Were you a natural or did you learn?
I didn't learn. I was just trying to figure out because I was interested.
So
I never learned.
Paid attention to learn. So everything you learned on your own. Wow.
I mean, what she would do is to brush up. What she would do is to, I don't know this particular thing.
Yes,
but the thing is there. If she carry pen and paper, something good. Some people,
I actually admire people like make it a profession because I'm someone that loves to do a lot of things. I draw, but I don't do I do inanimate drawings most of the times. But one thing I will not do is pay attention to details like artists do. That wanting to the nose structure, the eyes, everything.
Yeah.
So I'm just genuinely curious. What does it take to be an artist and be a very good artist? Because it takes a lot of work. If you ask me.
It does take a lot of work. Basically, I said interest. You have to actually want to do it. You have to be so interested and fascinated about it. Do you understand? Like that everybody can want to draw, but if I just see someone that is not really interested trying to draw, and someone that's actually interested in drawing, and they are drawing the same thing, the person that is interested in drawing will do better because they are going to try to replicate what they are seeing.
What is there?
Do you understand? Because to be a very good artist is not just, let me look at this and draw it. You're trying to draw what you're actually seeing, not what you think you are. Right? So that's where the details come in. Because I'm seeing what looks like a C, meanwhile is an O. Like, there's a lot of details when it comes to art. And I think the more you do, the more you get better, and the more you even, it's like your eyesight becomes more sharper to get
see
details.
beyond
Do you
the normal
understand?
eyes.
Yes. You start differentiating even highlights, where it's darker. You can literally just look at the picture and pick up like 5 points. That's
Wow.
It's not same.
You know, when she's saying this, I'm just imagining, because I remember I started off, you know, when I was younger too, I've always been a creative. So I could draw, I could do a lot of things. You know, it's just that these are not areas I focused on. So, but growing up, I was so good, you know, I'll draw things and, you know, fine arts. We used to do fine arts then in school. So teacher then would challenge us to draw this. You just put something, maybe keep a bucket on a chair and say, draw it, or do this, do that. And I was better with abstract things, you know. I thought, okay, let me try other harder things, because it was like a challenge all the time. There was a time he just give us the liberty to do something, blow my mind, and whoever blows the mind will carry first. That's that year. So I tried drawing a human being. And that's why I'm asking this thing, whether it's something you have to learn. I had never drawn portrait before. Never tried to draw a human being before. And it was while drawing it, I realized, no. Other things were okay. I understood shading, you know, shadows and all of that with other things. But once it was portraits, human being, I'm drawing and it's looking upside down. I said, what's going on?
I don't even try.
So, does it mean now that something like that, it has to be learned? Something like portrait, is it something that somebody can just have talent to do? You can just be looking at someone and be drawing. You don't have to learn.
That's very, very possible. Like, yes, that's very possible. But you can also learn. The thing is that some people can draw, but they don't even know they can draw.
That's another thing.
Because they haven't even tried.
They've not tried, they've not really put their mind, but you might, okay, you said you draw, right?
I try.
Or a random person can just like start trying to draw you, and you realize that it's coming out really nice, and you're like, wow, you can draw. And once the person starts drawing more, a talent that person didn't know they had. Do you understand me?
Okay, so I would have asked you other questions, but I see that you have some works to show us. Let me see what
one you saw on TikTok was this one, was it? But
it wasn't fully drawn at the time.
Oh, really?
Bring it.
I can't quite remember. It was lovely.
Beautiful. Like, and I just wonder, this is pencil,
charcoal, and pastel.
You know how
sorry, what was it you said about you don't paint but you draw?
No, this is my first.
What is this? Give me, let me see.
Be careful though. Okay, so it doesn't stain
this is
your
what?
hand. Charcoal and pastel.
So is this painting or drawing?
It is not painting, it is drawing.
It's drawing?
Yes, because it's not a paint. The color I use is more like chalk. What's called pastel chalk, pastel pencils and pastel chalk.
All through.
Yes, although this is my because I started trying to be serious with art last year. So while I was trying to improve, I said, let me start adding colors. So I said, let me start with pastel chalk.
Okay.
Right? So this is like my first trial with colors since I began improving. So the first work I did is here though.
Let me see. I mean, we have like 2 minutes, but we can see. I'm smiling from ear to ear. I'm so fascinated.
I'm excited. Wow.
It's a lie.
I see things like this. Knowing that this is hand.
Bring the other one to just.
Okay, this one. This one is not the first one.
I know this is Ivy.
Yes.
Wow. I like when I look at something and I realize the person immediately. That's a very good work when someone does something like that.
But this one, this was my first time using.
Okay, I'm trying not to. Let me not be selfish. Let me show everybody watching as well. Yee, this is beautiful.
Thank you.
Exciting. Very
this
beautiful.
Is wonderful. So let me guess. You don't do that kind of drawing where, you artists are very, very, I don't know. You can just, paint up things, whip up things on paper, and we were looking at it, we cannot understand. But by the time they call you, you start explaining, hey, this is River Niger, this is how this connects to this.
This you don't do that? Do you do that kind of art?
No.
Okay, because that, the moment you looked at this one, you could tell this is what it is.
Something
this
like
other
this
one.
Now. Someone comes to
look back.
Now.
We have a lot of artwork.
You did this, the rest did that.
Yeah, there are usually emotions and stories behind artworks. Them. Yeah. But not every artwork though.
Okay. You don't do that type?
You're getting there.
I'm getting there. Although I put this one.
Okay, let me see, because that's not a popular. Is that someone we know?
No.
So
Great.
can you explain something behind it?
It's basically talking about like the expression of the true self,
Okay.
right? This is the guy, and the whole stuff going around this is like that true self that, you know, when you mask like, oh, you're not an emotional person, you're just, and then deep down when conversations or when you see something is happening, you just feel compassionate, right? That is just trying to express.
Wow, that is
the
so
true
beautiful.
self.
Unfortunately, we have
We
run
are
out of time, but this is so, so beautiful. And I really want to say kudos to you
Thank you.
and to your fans out there, to everybody watching. Really, I really think you should be a fan of hers.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
I'm from Imo State.
Imo State. Your name? What? Okay, Mmesomachi.
Mmesomachi.
I saw Leo.
School in Enugu here.
Well, that's beautiful. I'm so happy that you're taking this path. It is not a very common path. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, that was
for having me.
Ohaga Venetia Mmesomachi, the visual artist. I think we'll have more of her on this show. Perhaps one day she would be, generous with her talent enough to draw
share
on
with us on
set
the set.
for us. I can't wait for that day. But to you, viewer, thank you so much for 2 hours and 30 minutes. Thank you. It's been a wonderful pleasure. We'll be here next week. We'll be here every other weekend, giving you all that is happening from around the southeastern part of Nigeria here on Afia TV, broadcasting live from the city of Enugu on DSTV 254, Go TV 17, and Free TV 748. My name is Divine Onoha.
And my name is Ogochukwu Osai. Enjoy the rest of your weekend.